What is going on, guys? Having on my race here, and as you can tell by the thumbnail on your screen, we're back with another episode of LA Noire. I don't know the case we're on. If you didn't see, I think it's my UFC video or my most recent hard bullet video. I explained, hey, the Naked City. I explained I finished the previous case, but the file was corrupted.
The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. We don't want to be there.
What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Why is he so nasty? We've come out the complete wrong way.
You can drive.
You can. Okay, nice little break whilst we wait for our colleague here.
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Let's crack on then. Second floor, apartment 6 is where we're gonna go. I think it's someone with a wide open fucking door.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs.
Oh.
Reynoldsson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills, falls asleep in the tub, rest in peace, case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Love it. Oh, mate, can I
Can you get lost and let me work?
Phelps?
This
Mal,
broad was built
we've
to
had
be
a look around.
photographed, even if she
Rusty
is
thinks
dead.
it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Oh, a ring.
A very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Not the fact she's got bruising on the arms. I want to look at the bruising. There's no one... There's the bruising going to come up on his arm.
Bruising on the forearms and
Okay.
These look like bite marks.
Very good.
She might be kinky.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is going to help us.
Nope. Guys, there's nothing here.
Quality English smoking jacket.
Oh,
I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
there's a clue. Anything around it? More pills.
Looks like barbiturates.
Is there anything in it?
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Whoa, okay. Pardon me. We just said to investigate further.
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
There we go. Anything here? Nope. Let's just run through. Might be something beyond these.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Ah, you can investigate further.
There's been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start.
Let's come back here. No message. Now let's check this one.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
No message on this one either. There we go, we've got a fair few clues for this one.
I'm Detective Phelps.
In the mic as usual.
I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
That's bad cop, I think.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary's sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson.
Terrible.
You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Absolutely woeful.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
We'll have a gander out.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Check the bins, maybe. The plant pot, apparently not. Whoa, 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 whoa. Found a syringe over here.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done.
What the fuck is on the trophy? Huh. Thank you, Mr. Officer.
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Yes, we do, my good sir. Let's get them moving.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my
Jesus Christ,
eye.
what
They're
good
police. How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
There's just no fucking need for that, mate. It's a bit nasty. It's very nasty indeed. Help me, help me. A little bit up. A little bit. We turned up a new destination. These side doors we can just fucking run into about. Please open up, bang me. Oh, apparently so. Oh, okay, it actually was. Maybe not the police bang bang part, but. Who are we after?
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Shut up, you mag. .505.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
No, best mate.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Shut up, cunt.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
He's looking away. Let's view our notebook. He's looking away. Gonna use intuition. Is it accused? Yes.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Feel like I believe him.
She didn't appear to have a weight problem.
She had a self-esteem problem. Miss Randall felt her only control over her life was through her appearance.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
You're doing a bit shit here.
Your partner is a creep, and you probably are too. I have nothing more to say to you.
Fuck off. Let's go.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Probably how wrong is he? Let's be fair with each other, right?
Well, hello.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she?
Dude.
Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She's making very strong eye contact.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Here we go.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective.
Messages
The
always.
coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Oh. Let's fucking go.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
To hospital.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's have a cheeky walk in it. Let's have a gander at the morgue. Where is it I'm actually going? Oh, here we go.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, man.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're
Pardon
saying
me.
Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
What's he finding? Oh my god.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
It's a bit inconspicuous, I must say.
For others. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal.
Oh.
And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Why are you a cockhead, son? That's what I want to know. Why are you a major dick? He's been an absolute numpties. What interview did he say again? I cannot fucking remember. Absolute silly Billy. Yeah, boom! Nope. Let me check the log. Interview 2 is where he's at, eh? There we go. Parking lot, where the fuck's interview 2 then?
Arnett is in
Oh,
interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get whatever
Oh, there
is
we go.
off his chest.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally models.
And you were close?
Oh, fucking right.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you
Wait,
wouldn't
you
have
finally
any
got one
reason to
fucking wrong
believe
with
that
this one, Jesus
LeBlanc
Christ.
would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
That is a terrible run.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Gonna do this bit. We have done shit with this case.
He's in that car at the lights.
To Henry.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Here we go.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Here we go. Oh, it's a bit silly, this person, isn't it?
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance.
No, we will. Shut up.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Shut up, donkey. Oh. I didn't realise it was flashing. I did not realise it was
That
flashing.
idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Here we go. Hey, first time.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned.
Yeah!
I'll speak to him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in.
I'm going to end this
Risk
video
of
here.
betrayal.
If you enjoyed guys, I've been Tab Not Mary, so right now should be linked place at every single episode in the video you think you should enjoy. Come along, subscribe, see you guys in the next one. Peace.